Hi, I'm Jim from Rollgood. Thanks for coming to watch the 720 scooter instructional video. By riding an electric scooter, you are making life cleaner and easier. I'm going to talk about what you need to know to operate and maintain your scooter safely. Helmets. Before even thinking about riding your scooter, think about your head. Always wear a helmet because even if you are in an area without many cars, you are still always at risk of hitting a pothole or bump and falling down. According to a 2019 study from the Charles R. Drew University School of Medicine in Los Angeles, riding without a helmet quadruples risk of serious injuries. You should also use knee, elbow, and wrist pads to prevent injuries. Next most important are your brakes. Before riding, check your brakes by testing if they are able to cause the scooter to skid to a complete stop after you press the brake lever when you are riding at top speed. This is the law in New York and most other states. If your brakes aren't working right, always take it to an expert. The tightness of your bolts and nuts should always be checked from time to time. Face masks. If you're riding in a road with cars, wear a mask to prevent inhaling invisible microscopic car exhaust particles, which could increase your risk of heart attack and lung disease. Lights and visibility. You should always have functioning front and rear lights for your safety and the law at night. If your scooter is on, press the red light button on the left of the handlebar to turn on your lights. We also recommend using lights and reflective material all over your clothing, helmet, backpack, and the sides of the scooter, so you're clearly visible from all sides at night. Eye covering. Use a helmet visor or glasses to prevent road dust or rocks from hitting your eyes at high speed, and it will also help you prevent your eyes from drying out. Charging port cover. Your charging port should always be covered because if an electrical conductor like metal or liquids enter the charging port, it can cause large electrical sparks due to the battery shorting out. If your scooter ever catches fire, bring it outside and away from other flammables. Your scooter is not waterproof and should be kept out of rain when possible. If any water enters the scooter from rain, make sure to drain it by opening the holes underneath the scooter. Now we will discuss how to use your scooter. Before using your scooter for the first time, charge it fully by uncovering the charging port, inserting your charger into the charging port, and then plugging the charger into the wall outlet. The charger light is red when charging and turns green when the battery is charged. If you keep your scooter charged without draining it too often, the lithium-ion battery will have a longer lifetime and degrade more slowly. If you plan to leave your scooter in storage, it must be kept out of freezing temperatures, which can damage the battery, and it should be charged at least once per month to prevent the battery voltage from going too low, which can also damage the battery. To fold your seat, unlatch the clamp holding the base of the seat and tilt it to the rear. Press the nut holding the seat tube to the right and lower the seat tube. Press the lever underneath the seat to fold the seat down and lower the seat by opening the clamp holding the seat post. To fold the scooter fully, first open the handlebar adjustment clamp, then lower the handlebar and close the clamp. Then pull the sleeves on the handlebars out sideways so that the handlebars can fold down. Finally, unlatch the folding mechanism at the base of the handlebar near the deck to fold the scooter down fully. To ride, you can kick up your kickstand and hold the power button on the throttle until the display lights turn on. You can switch between your 3 different top speed modes by pressing first the power button until the speed mode indicator blinks, and then press the mode button to switch between the modes, and then press the power button again to select a mode, with 1 as the slowest and 3 as the fastest. Now kick your scooter by foot until you get your balance moving, and then you can press the throttle to activate the electric power. You may also switch the display between showing distance traveled and other statistics using the mode button. To shut off the scooter, hold the power button. That's it for how to use your scooter. Now on to maintenance. Changing tires. If you pinch your scooter tire and it goes in easily, you might need air. The tire takes 36 pounds per square inch or PSI of pressure. Fixing flat tires on the 720 is easy and done without any special equipment because the rim splits in half. Unscrew the axle bolts on the side of the fork, remove the axle, making sure not to lose any washers or bolts. Unscrew the bolts on the side of the rim, split open the rim, then remove the tube from the inside of the tire to repair or swap it. Then reinsert the tube into the tire, place it on one half of the rim, and make sure the axle washer is centered. Place the other side of the rim on top, making sure that the 2 notches of the 2 halves of your rim are aligned with the air valve, then place the axle through the rim and the axle washer to keep the axle washer centered, while you're tightening the 4 socket bolts and nuts to close the 2 halves together. Now place the wheel back into the fork and run the axle bolt through one side of the fork, then through a washer, then the rim, then the other washer, and then tighten the axle bolt. Fill the rim up with air and close the air valve cap. Make sure that your tube is fully inflated so that it doesn't slip inside of your rim and cause the air valve to rip apart from the tube. Now, how to adjust your brakes. The 720 scooter has a rear wheel mechanical disc brake. As your brake pads wear down over time, the brake lever will feel looser and your brakes will need to be tightened. This is done by twisting counterclockwise either of the barrel adjusters at the brake lever or at the brake caliper, and then tightening the nut next to the barrel adjuster to keep it at that level. Adjust the distance of the right side brake pad to the brake disc rotor by loosening the brake cable nut, pulling the slack out of the cable, pressing the lever until the right pad is close enough to the rotor, and then tighten the cable nut to once again hold the cable. The distance of the left side brake pad to the disc brake rotor may be adjusted by removing the brake caliper from the scooter and tightening the nut on the left side of the caliper. If the brake pads wear out completely, remove the old brake pads by loosening the left side pad adjustment and the right side brake lever, and they will come out with your fingers or pliers. If the brake pads are too tight, you may hear them rubbing the disc while your scooter is moving, and the scooter wheel will not move freely. In this case, the brakes are too tight, and this can cause motor overheating and failure. But fine-tuned brake adjustments can still be done with the barrel adjusters. Disclosure. This advice is not complete and we are not responsible for damage due to uninformed riding or self-repairs. Most maintenance can be done with the free included toolkit, but if you are unsure about anything, call or text us or get help from an expert. Do not ride if your scooter isn't working right. Electric scooter riding is a highly risky activity due to cars and bumps in the road and high risk of injury in case of equipment failure. That's it for our video. Thanks for watching. Roll good.